Hey, you, yes, you, watching this video, you read that right now. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. By playing Doki Doki, I agree that I am at least 13 years of age and I consent to its exposure of highly disturbing content. If you are like immune or know anything about this game, you know it gets dark. Like, it gets dark. What kind of dark? It gets dark. Like, I cannot stress enough. This is why I'm not live streaming this, because I know I will have to censor stuff out. So I'm protecting you guys. You're welcome. But apart from that, let's get on with it. Hello everyone, welcome to the studio. My name is DGM, and today, good lord, I can't believe I'm even saying this, to be honest, we are playing Doki Doki Literature Club. What does my life come to? I have to ask myself that every single day. For those of you who don't know, Doki Doki Literature Club is a dating simulator cover-up of a horror game. If you do not know, do not spoil in the comments, because I want first-persons people to have a good experience watching me play Doki Doki. There are, I will warn you now, again and again, there are very disturbing scenes in this thing. So if you do not want to see that, I will, in the future episodes, I'll put timestamps as to when to move on, but even then I'll have censor screens, but censor screens don't really do anything. But apart from that, warnings aside, I think we are ready. Let's start with a new game. Please enter my name. I will go DGM. It's storming where I am, so I'm really hoping that, like, you guys can hear me, and I hope the recording doesn't cut out. Well, whatever. Let's go! I love this game. It's in one of my top 10 favorites. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air, like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it kind of just works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, I would get tired of waiting out. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me.
I overslept again, but I caught you this time.
Maybe only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, DGM.
Sorry, I'm not going to get used to that.
That's mean, DGM Studios.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want people to think we're a couple or something.
Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you wanted to.
Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with the other students, making their daily commune.
By the way, DGM Studios, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just on getting by an average while spending my free time on video games and anime. So basically me, minus the anime.
I was talking about how worried I am that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
All right. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
I love the sprites. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry about me so much makes me want to ease her mind a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything of inside her head. I can talk about the music all day. It's such a bop. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and before I know it, it's over. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello?
Sayori? Sayori must have come in the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out. So I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought,
Know what?
Well, you could come to my club.
Sayori,
Yeah?
there is no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie.
Sorry, I'm having way too much fun with this. This is, again, like I said, this is one of my top 10 favorite games. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she's the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title as vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is that really much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning to have all of this planned out. I let out a loud sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes! Let's go!
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori is full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here!
I told you, don't call me I glance around the room. Oh no. One person watching this video is gonna be, a little intrigued.
Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, DGM Studios. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is, is full of incredibly cute girls.
What are you looking at? If you want something to say, then say it.
Sorry. Natsuki. Humph. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly in my ear, then turns back around to the other girl. That's going to be one of the hardest parts about this. I'm going to have to try my best to differentiate, that's the word, between Sayori and Natsuki, so I'll try to give Natsuki a little bit of a higher voice.
Something like this. You know what I mean? Something like this. Or the sour girl attitude.
I don't know. I don't voice girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears compatibly more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Actually, I should probably save. Well, it's nice to meet the both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
That's right. It looks like she's holding her hand right here. Maybe that's a good detail.
It's great to see you again, DGM Studios.
Monica, that pose, that one. You know, that pose? The pose that, just everyone makes whenever they're addressing a friend, an old friend. Anyways, Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably one of the most popular girls in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, and basically the complete opposite and out of my league. So having her smile... Hang on, wait. So having her smile at me so genuinely makes me feel a little... You too, Monica.
Come sit down, DGM Studios. We made room for you at the table. You can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that way there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take my seat next to Yuri. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
What? What? Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen fluffy white cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate that were used to make the ears.
So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one.
He's like build up a lot of saliva. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow.
It's...
Sayori talks with her mouth full and already managed to get some icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around with my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I...
Haven't I heard this somewhere before? What? For context, I've never played the game before. This is my first time. Seeing that this is one of the things that makes DDLC... I'll explain later. Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
Made them for you or anything.
Am I not on air? One sec. I am so sorry. My apologies. Technical difficulties.
Made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did. Sayori did.
Well, maybe. But not for you. You know, you, dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before sitting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole set of tea in the classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know, I believe you.
Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy the tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then she smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay?
As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs.
It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for the events. I'd rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Feel ya, Monica.
And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Less feel ya.
Monica's a really great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there were more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting up all their effort to start something brand new, especially when that something doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work and convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes like school events like the festival that more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow...
English, man!
I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted about the idea of a new member joining. Though, I still really don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, DGM Studios, what kind of things do you like to read? Marvel, DC, if I'm really feeling it. It's always some days. My script, you should check it out. Five Nights at Freddy's AU. Coming out very soon, hopefully. So is the Ice Cream Man. Keep an eye out for that. And all that other stuff. What about, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that.
Manga.
I mutter quietly to myself, half joking.
Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the tim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build up deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. But it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of their own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum. See, this is another reason why I love this game, is because at some points they're timid, they're faint, but they're there. You relate. Like this, you see a pretty girl who is trying to who's trying to talk to you about something she's passionate about, and then you can't really bring that up because you don't know literature. You barely read, and the only thing you can bring up is, oh, I read that once, and this game. Sorry, I'm gonna go on rants through this throughout the whole series, so just keep in touch. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh? Why's that?
Well,
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were writing a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything about you is just as cute as you are. Sayori straddles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
I'm gonna save real quick.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them with sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing the vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. You have some writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example for Natsuki and help her feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. Can you imagine doing that in the real world? Right? You're at school, you're talking to like this girl, like a girl like this, like, and out of nowhere. Okay, everyone. Like, man, I love this game so much. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look up quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write poems of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll give Sayori the lower voice. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, DGM Studios? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth on what's on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. Still, I have the other clubs to look at, and, I lose my... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, she looks like she's about to murder me. She just looks sad. She looks like, and she just looks sad. I'm going to die. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought...
DGM Studios.
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price to pay I need to spend in order
in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
You really did scare me there for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Then that makes it official.
Welcome to the literature club. And I sold my soul to the devil. Oh boy. Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a very good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
DGM Studios, I'm looking forward to see how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up the food.
Hey, DGM Studios, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she stayed after school for the clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
Sayori's easily my favorite. She's quirky, she's cute. With that, the two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori,
Natsuki,
Yuri, and Monica, of course. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Foreshadowing. Alright, just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that's what starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright, first minigame. It is very cold in my room. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen to whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, I am aiming for Sayori. Forgive anime, vertigo, bed. Hey, cool. Passion, cheeks, think. Okay, we gotta roll these out. Natsuki is the cute one. We cannot have any words be cute. Yuri is the angsty one. Maybe near the end I'll just spam in a few words that hopefully relates to all of them. Passion, question, lusts. Hey, contamination, kitty. Ah, dang it. Sparkle, universe, pleasure. Ah, frick. Okay. Loud childhood, bunny. Dang it. Jump, anxiety, hopeless. Play, jumpy, hopeless. Peaceful. Yay, there we go. Okay. Fears to sunset. Yes. Okay. Yo, Doki Doki, we get back here again, right in the literature, just gotta go back into again, blah, blah. Yeah, I could never be a SoundCloud rapper. Let's see, laugh. Okay, embrace. Shopping, dang it. Secretive entity, awesome, yes. Memories, flower, nature, rainbow, dance. I'm just guessing all of. All right, and then I'll. All right, there. I've written my poem. I am so cliche. Whoa!
Hi again, DGM Studios. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, DGM Studios. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sergio told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year, too. I don't know if you plan to come here to hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. For those of you who don't know, manga is basically like comic book anime where instead of reading right to left like normal books, you read it left to right. I tried it. Oh boy.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. DGM Studios always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room,
hiding my skeletons in my closet. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
How come?
You and DGM can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know.
Wait, Sayori? Me?
No, not really. Oh, don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it?
Never mind.
Sayori made it sound like a big deal, but it's not. What do I do?
Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make a big deal out of it if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book that I thought you might enjoy.
It's a short read, so it'll keep your attention even if you don't... Wait a minute, keep my attention? What is that supposed to mean? I mean, she's right, but what is that supposed to mean?
And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read. I enthusiastically take the book.
Yeah. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. Who am I going to? Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down in the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? I guess I could always read the book that Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now, to be honest. I close my eyes and end up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monica. Whoa, what? Is this new? I'll have to check back. Is this new?
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the...
I gotta save, hang on.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is, the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like all that, We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds.
That doesn't solve the problem, though.
What do you mean?
Even if we did come up with the most fun thing ever, no one will ever come to the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out what's going to get people to show up in the first place, And after they come, what can they do to speak on their creative minds?
What's this? Sayori's taking this really, really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this.
That's a good point. In that case, what do you think will do the trick?
What kind?
Well, I guess we could...
Cupcakes!
Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that.
Did she just tilt her head? Weird.
Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly.
That wasn't why you suggested it?
Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy.
Cupcakes it is, then. I'm hungry. Anyways, we still need to work out the details of the event itself.
I found myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her minds to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting get her on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see through her eyes. Oh, what? She actually did kind of startle me. I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fell out of my chair.
Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't a napping club.
Does our school have a napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, You'll need to get used to it.
Don't say that out loud. I glance over my shoulder. Monica! You hear that? No? Okay, good. Thank you. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
It's true, though.
Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than out for yourself. Relatable. Anyways, you're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days out this past week have you gotten up on time?
That's a secret. It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you.
Sayori glances around at herself.
How's it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair's sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the... She reacted to the touch of hair. That's an interesting thing. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this.
My hair is just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't even straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger.
But nobody would ever notice that.
Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care.
Hey, you meanie.
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend? That's kind of insulting. That's stupid insulting. Someone could like that. Someone could like her messy hair, or her straightened bow tie, or her toothpaste stain.
That's super mean.
Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button up her blazer from the bottom. Once you see so much better it looks, you'll change your mind.
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these things.
Eh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel all weird about it, stupid.
It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Are you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Why is this one so hard to close? Struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner, and it doesn't fit you anymore. Why are you smiling about? It means my badonkadonks have gotten bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so. Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer button up like that?
But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more.
Phew, that's so much better.
Sayori puts her arms and twirls it around.
So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying it like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then you wouldn't let me do things like this. And you take better care of me than anyone else would anyways. That's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little early. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
So, maybe you could wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Oh, but I was joking that time.
Man, it is impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica, I just checked to see if you were behind me. You weren't behind me. Eh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share our poems we wrote now?
Yay! DGM Studios, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Poems aren't embarrassing. They're kind of fun. I mean, I wouldn't know because I'm a big, strong, tough, manly man. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
Ugh, I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out each other's poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine writing from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Alright, let's start with Monica. Sure, I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort.
Hi, DGM Studios. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like activities or things we can
I'm gonna save, because apparently this is where it starts to get weird.
Or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. Same. I'm much better just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, DGM Studios.
We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But if it's that sort of burial, we'll all learn to get past it soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like.
Yes! Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had sorts of things in common. Oh, well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case, but maybe there's some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it still ends up being more similar than you think. So, I think that's the kind of vibe I get when I'm reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into this too much? Ahaha, I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in that case, Sayori's writing has a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she really likes exploring her emotions, like happiness and sadness. Okay, that's important. She likes emotions. We have to keep an eye on emotions, unless they're not cute. I am willing for Sayori. Ah, who knew something so happy could enjoy someone so sad? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own, and you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I'm comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help whatever finds you suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. I know your agenda. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always have to feel that way, you know. I see, and I relate. Well, let's read it then. Hole of the wall. I gotta learn to play Last Reality on my piano. Hole in the wall. It could have been me. See, wait, hang on. I gotta get into the narrator voice. That's what I gotta do right here. Okay. It could have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor. An angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel. Blind. Like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of this meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. I like that one. I like that. I like the both simplicity and the not simplicity of it. It's a good poem. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really usually the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, my style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently, like a crush. She's coming after me. I'm going to die. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's coming out strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to write down something on paper and tidy up later. I need that advice for my scripts. I'm not joking. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Okay, cool. Alright, we'll just go down the line until we get Sayori. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might have been after reading through it. So it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri bruises her face inside her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that you were writing specific habits that are usually typical to new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is the way they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from a topic matter, and they form fit two words together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Oh, wow, thanks. My first time writing a poem and it wasn't even for you. Once Yuri finishes her train of thought, it's as her demeanor totally changed. Okay. Well, of course, that's not something you can get blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. I wonder. Nope. Okay. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and it comes by learning with example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not really sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if this is a rare opportunity for her. Within itself, it's kind of funny. I even said that wrong. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh, this is a short one. Okay.
Back to narrator voice. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate between the ember glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I like it. I like that one. I'm not just saying I like it because I, don't... What'd I do? What? Oh, what? Is this like a screenshot mode or something? That's cool.
I'm sorry, I must have much terrible handwriting.
Girl, you have better handwriting than me. And I'm a script writer.
What?
I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Aha. Well, I just don't read scripts very often. And I think your hand... Did it say scripts? Read script. Okay, so it's written in the form of script. Okay. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer ones.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since this is our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little bit more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you getting into ghosts, Yuri?
Hoo-hoo. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, DGM Studios.
Really?
I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it overall. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining moment of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting that way.
I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember, it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Alright, I am going to save.
Well, it's about what I expected from...
Excuse me! It's my first day! Rude. I don't need to get pissy about it. This is my first poem.
Well, it's about something I expected from someone like you. It's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. Oh, never mind. Just didn't invoke any emotion.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste?
Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Alright, back to narrator mode. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. I like it.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't going to like it.
I do like it, actually. All of these poems have a really good message, and they're really both simplistic, but they're really sophisticated at the same time, which makes their poems really, really good, and what makes them excellent writers.
What? Just be honest.
I am.
Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well,
Because everyone in high school thinks that writing is to be sophisticated, so people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
yes, exactly.
I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard.
Same.
Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening, so I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the only other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set it for a rhyme in the end, but then it made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feelings in the last line.
So you did. I'm guessing you went more into it than I realized.
Yeah, that's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, didn't you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her while the last comment. I didn't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alrighty, the one I meant this for. Sayori, let's take a look.
Oh my goodness! This is so good, DGM Studios.
Eh?
I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer.
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it.
I think I understand you better because than a lot of people, you know.
So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem.
It's a DGM Studios poem. If I ever make a merch store, I'm just going to sell that DGM Studios poems. Make a subscription feed.
And that's what makes it extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest.
You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said...
Oh, see? It's like I said before, DGM Studios. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something only really good people would do.
Thanks, Sayori. That's actually really sweet. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun out here, okay?
This will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay!
Now you're reading my poem too, right?
Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. All the other ones have said, oh, I'm so bad at this, and their poems have been amazing, so I don't know why you'd be different. You know what time it is. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a random hypothetical guess, totally not applying to the poem that you just wrote, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
Can't answer with just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, that at least makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still trying my best.
Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? Just sounds like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast! Oh, she's adorable. Even though you relate to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thank you for showing me.
That was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah. Yeah, she sure is, eh, Sayori, huh?
But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew, alrighty guys, well, unfortunately, that is where I'm going to end this episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. Oh my goodness, this game is so much, holds a special place in my heart because me and a good pal of mine actually bonded through this game, as I said earlier. It's a good game disguised as a dating sim, as we'll see later. Not going to spoil anything just yet. But I hope y'all are going to enjoy this new series, and I hope y'all just enjoy in general, because this is a lot of fun for me to do, and now that I have a PC that's capable of doing these things, I am going to be more than happy to be able to deliver all of this stuff, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. So until then, actually no, I just saved. So until then, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.